Hello everybody, welcome to Wild Boy Movies, the place to talk movies, and we got ourselves a major update regarding the Avengers Doomsday trailer. Not only is this clear confirmation on when we could see this trailer, but there's also an insane detail that I just want to go ahead and talk about. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video, is talking about this news regarding the Avengers Doomsday trailer. But be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your thoughts on this news regarding the Avengers Doomsday trailer. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so we've been hearing for quite a while now that the Avengers Doomsday trailer is going to be attached with Avatar Fire and Ash, which is coming out to theaters next weekend, and I believe that this rumor was going to be true because Marvel and Disney did this same thing, but with Avatar Fire and Ash and Fantastic Four, where it was the flip side around. So I thought that this would end up being true. In fact, I even brought it up in a whole separate video where I talked about some of the trailers that would confirm the rumor to be coming out with Fire and Ash. And now today, we got ourselves an official update regarding this. Now, this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter's Heat Vision email line. And the Hollywood Reporter is one of the most reliable movie news websites out there, so you gotta take their word on this. Where they went ahead and confirmed that yes, this trailer will be released alongside Avatar Fire and Ash. But the bombshell is that it's not just one trailer. It's gonna be 4 different trailers, all attached with Avatar Fire and Ash. But the thing is, they will switch out the trailers each week. Meaning that if you want to see all 4 trailers for Avengers Doomsday, you gotta go see Avatar Fire and Ash 4 consecutive weeks in a row. Now, I know this news is gonna have some people quite frustrated and upset because they have to go to the theater for 4 weeks in a row just to go see this Avengers Doomsday trailer, and they gotta go ahead and pay those tickets for Avatar Fire and Ash in order to see that trailer. And it's just gonna be very expensive for people to go ahead and see this movie 4 weeks in a row just to go see that Doomsday trailer. And I know some people are gonna say that this is just some marketing gimmick for Avatar Fire and Ash to make an insane amount of money. But if that's what Disney has to do in order to ensure that this movie is a hit, and that we end up getting that 4th and 5th movie, which is dependent on this 3rd movie's box office, then I say go for it, because I really want that 4th and 5th movie to end up happening. Joking aside though, I am gonna be seeing this trailer in theaters, but it will only be one of them, just because, yeah, I am gonna be seeing Avatar Fire and Ash opening weekend in IMAX 3D. But I am not going to see Avatar Fire and Ash 4 times in theaters for 4 consecutive weeks in a row, just because, again, it's gonna cost several $100s to do so just to see 4 trailers in theaters. That is just absurd and insane to do so. Also, that would just be way too much movie-going experience for me, even for someone who loves going to the movie theater. So for that, I will only be seeing one of the Avengers Doomsday trailers, and I will give my thoughts on that Doomsday trailer that I end up seeing with Fire and Ash opening weekend. Now, there is one question to have with all of these Avengers Doomsday trailers, and that is, will any of them be released online after they have to run in theaters attached with Fire and Ash? I guess I should have mentioned it before going ahead and talking about how expensive it would be to go see this trailer in theaters. But we don't know if Marvel is going to be releasing one or all of these trailers online after they have to run in theaters, because the Hollywood Reporter does not mention whether or not this trailer or any of these trailers would release online after the theatrical run, and I'm gonna say they're not going to do that. I mean, take a look at what Universal did with the Odyssey with that first trailer all the way back in July, where they had that trailer attached to the July movies, and they never released that trailer online. And I think the same thing could be happening here with Avengers Doomsday, where we got all 4 of these trailers attached to Fire and Ash, but it's trailers that are never released online and are just for theaters exclusively. Which again, like I mentioned before, 4 consecutive weeks of going to the theater for Avatar Fire and Ash, and a couple $100 spent all just to watch 4 different trailers. I think the best that we could hope for in terms of an online release for these Doomsday trailers is maybe only one of these could end up being officially released in HD by Marvel Studios and for the entire world to see without having to go see Avatar Fire and Ash. I don't know if that will end up being the case, but it's an option that Marvel could do. But in one way or another, this trailer is going to be released online because I do have a feeling that someone is going to pull out their phone at that theater and record those 4 Doomsday trailers and leak them online. Like, this happens to a lot of theater exclusive trailers where they end up leaking online. In fact, going back to the Odyssey, that 6-minute long prologue that recently came out with the IMAX 70mm re-releases got leaked online. And I'm thinking that that exact same thing is going to happen with all 4 of these Avengers Doomsday trailers. The only other thing to wonder about with these Doomsday trailers is what is Marvel Studios gonna go ahead and show. There's a lot of people speculating that it could be each hero team in this movie gets their own individual trailer week by week. So one week we could have an Avengers themed trailer, and the following week we could have an X-Men themed trailer, which I would honestly not be happy with given the fact that I'm only seeing one of these trailers. What I am thinking though is that all 4 of these trailers are gonna have a heavy focus on Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, because we got barely any setup in regards to RDJ's Doctor Doom because they spent a lot of the build-up towards Jonathan Majors Kang. I gotta imagine these 4 trailers are gonna have some big focus on Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom just to show audiences how he's gonna be a big threat to the Avengers in these next 2 movies. That would be my hope for this trailer, but either way, this trailer is coming very, very soon, and we all Marvel fans are gonna be very much looking forward to see what they end up showing off in this trailer, and that this will be one of the most important movie trailers of all time. And I cannot be more excited to go and finally see what they end up planning to do with this next Avengers movie. But I want to leave it off to you guys now. Are you guys excited for 4 Avenger Doomsday trailers to be releasing with Avatar Fire and Ash? Are you going to be seeing all 4 of these trailers in theaters? And what do you think could be shown off in the trailers? Go ahead and leave your thoughts down in the comment section, and while you're at it, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video, and have a great day.